can see that looks yummy. It sure does smell good. Yeah, let's go zoom in there. Look at that. Ooh, whoop, steam, steam. Can't get too close to the steam there. But it is looking good. For tonight's video, we're going to show you how to make Kung Pao chicken, quick and easy. Several steps to it. First part is to do a marinade with the chicken, at least for a couple hours, ideally overnight. And then the second part is to whip up the sauce. And then the third part will be to have all the ingredients that you add into the stir-fry mix. Doesn't take too much effort. It's a delicious dish, and I think that you and your family will really enjoy this. Okay, we're getting started here, and Bonnie's going to go ahead and cut up the celery. It's approximately a couple stalks of celery. We had smaller stalks of celery, so we added in a little bit of extra, but approximately 2 stalks of celery, and then in the bowl over there we've got a couple of green bell peppers. You can use the red or yellow bell peppers if you prefer, but we normally use green bell peppers. So the celery is going to be cut up into smaller chopped pieces, and the bell pepper will also be chopped, but maybe in like a little bit larger chopped pieces. Okay, so now we're moving on to the bell pepper, and again we're going to go ahead and chop it into a little larger pieces than we did for the celery. I think the celery is delicious in the Kung Pao chicken, but sometimes celery, for some people, I know for me, it has kind of a strong flavor, so I like it in smaller pieces where it's a little more subtle in the dish. Okay, while Bonnie is finishing up the chopping of the green onions, I did want to mention that the chicken over there, you can use chicken breast and or chicken thigh meat. That's a couple of pounds approximately, and we had it marinated overnight into a real simple type marinade sauce that we'll go ahead and share the recipe with in the video. But you want to have it marinate at least a couple hours, like I said earlier, but if you can, try to marinate it in advance overnight. So in the cooking wok, we're going to go ahead and do a quick stir fry of the chicken on medium heat. Bonnie put in just a little bit of cooking oil. Okay, so now it's heating up pretty good, and we're starting to mix up the chicken. We want to go ahead and get it all fully cooked so that the chicken is all white and has just a little bit of crispy exterior on the outside. Okay, so we're still cooking the chicken, and you can see Bonnie with the cooking scissors. She cut up pieces that were probably a couple inches cubed, but ideally about 1 inch cube chicken is good. I like it a little bigger too, but the key is to make sure that all the chicken is cooked through and through, and that's why we're doing it now, because once you get it into the sauce, you don't want to overcook and even kind of burn the sauce, so you want to get the chicken all cooked up right now. Okay, it looks like the chicken is coming to completion and just about done with the stir fry portion here. Okay, so now that the chicken is done, it's time to do a quick stir fry of the veggies. Now for the celery and the bell peppers, it should only take a few minutes. It won't take as long to get that stirred up. We're just trying to soften it up so that once it's in the final stir fry mix, we don't have to do too much cooking of all the ingredients, because again, the key is to try to not overcook the sauce. Okay, so just a couple minutes, that's all you need for the veggie stir fry part. And now we're going to go ahead and drop the chicken back into the wok. And now we're going to go ahead and drop in our sauce ingredients. In just a second, after Bonnie gets it all mixed up. Oh, actually, honey, maybe this is a good part. I guess we could do a little later too, but we should go ahead and put in the 8 to 10 red hot chilies. Okay. So, yeah, no, we could do it now. What do you think, honey? So, honey, I know you found this big bag, so let's show them the big bag here on the video. That's a big bag of red hot chili peppers. Bought it here in Korea, but I think they're Vietnamese red chilies, right, honey? So, of course, you can adjust to your preference, but we'll put in about maybe 10. 10, so we're going to count 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can always add more later, because I like it really spicy, but we need to make sure that this is more family friendly. Yeah, we'll drop the chilies in now, honey, I thought, just to kind of help soften it up a little bit with the stir-fry mix now, with the sauce that's going to be added. So now we're going to go ahead and start adding the sauce ingredients. Again, we're going to share the sauce ingredients, but it's basically soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, white wine, hoisin sauce, sugar, and some cornstarch or corn flour added. The cornstarch or corn flour, of course, will help to thicken the consistency of the sauce a little bit. Yeah, that was the sugar, and that's the only part, that couple tablespoons of sugar is the only part that is really not, I think, keto friendly. Otherwise, it's a pretty low carb type dish. I love Kung Pao chicken.
Your favorite?
Definitely one of my favorites. Especially when I go to Panda Express back in the States. I love their Kung Pao chicken. I always ask for extra red hot chili peppers. I can definitely start to smell it. It's smelling good. So in the bowl right there we have some chicken broth. It's a half cup. We actually just used the Knorr chicken bouillon mix, and we just added water. If you don't even have chicken broth, whether it's Knorr or the regular canned chicken broth, you can just do straight up water. That's okay too. If you're in a crunch, water will work too. So, okay, I think we can go ahead and start adding in the ingredients. Put in the chicken broth. And then there's some cooking oil we're going to add. Minced garlic. Ginger powder. And honey, you could drop it any way you want, but there's going to be ginger powder, black pepper, and there's a 3/4 cup of peanuts. Unsalted is probably the best, but these are lightly salted peanuts. And then a couple tablespoons of sesame oil and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Now we just kind of need to cook up the final stir fry mix here, let everything kind of soak in with all the juices from the sauce. And then the final thing, honey, looks like we still have it there, is the handful of green onions, chopped green onions. So we can go ahead and add that in there. And then we'll probably sprinkle some green onions on top at the very end just to pretty it up a little bit. So now we just need to cook it for maybe 3 or 4 minutes more, and then I think it will be ready for us to eat. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 4 minutes longer, and this is how it starts to look. The sauce there starts to thicken up, especially with the cornstarch or corn flour added to it. And you can see that looks yummy. It sure does smell good. Yeah, let's go zoom in there. Look at that. Ooh, whoop, steam, steam. Can't get too close to the steam there. But it is looking good. Okay, so there it is. We wanted to add some more green onions, but we ran out of green onions. So anyway, a lot of times it looks really pretty if you have some fresh green onions chopped up. You can add that on top. You can even sprinkle some sesame seeds if you want, but here it is, right out of the wok. B&B's Kung Pao Chicken. I hope you'll check it out. It's a delicious dish.